I'm taking a break from what I think is a vestibular migraine to talk to you about something I spend a lot of time thinking about, and that is the concept of connoisseurship. So I think that there are a lot of negative connotations to the word because we think of someone like dressed up like Mr. Peanut, swirling a wine glass, like super snobby, and it doesn't have to be like that. I have a personal thesis that there are actually 4 types of connoisseurs, and I'm going to walk you through each of them. I'm going to use wine as an example throughout, but this applies to like many different niche interests. So first, we have the consumer connoisseur. So these are the types that are most driven by capitalism. It's quantity of perceived quality. They may have the appearance of expertise, but they might not actually have the knowledge to back it up. They just have like the money or the credit to buy the best and the most. This is the person that's going to flex by buying the most expensive wine on the menu without thinking about how it's going to work with a meal or like what the people who they're dining with want to try. Second, we have the collector connoisseur. These are the types that typically are deeply interested in the lore or of their special interests. They tend to have the broadest knowledge, and they buy based on a criteria of their own rather than buying just to amass quantity or impress other people outside of their niche interest group. To use wine as an example again, this is a person who has encyclopedic knowledge of the best vintages and has a cellar that reflects this rather than just buying the most prestigious bottles. Next, we have like the career connoisseur, and these are the industry pros. They might have a more narrow area of knowledge than a collector, but they know the ins and outs of their lane. They may work at any point in the supply chain. Their connoisseurship is deeply entwined with their jobs. So these are like the somms, winemakers, sales reps, vineyard pros, that kind of thing. And lastly, we have the conscious connoisseur. So this is the type that is driven primarily by the sensory experience. They know how to extract maximum joy out of the things they love. They tend to consume less, but better quality, and they aren't hung up on the prestige. They are like the philosopher or poets of connoisseurship. They are the ones who most likely to use elaborate metaphors to describe a wine they love or hate. Of course, there is crossover between these groups, and you can be more than one type of connoisseur. Personally, I aspire to be a conscious connoisseur sun and a collector connoisseur rising. So what about you?